Why are you guys so obsessed with
Flummox.
Like, honestly, I feel scared, elated, anxious. This guy's sleeping on. What are you mad at me for, Obscured? I can't help I suck at Rainbow Six. Want to play some Rainbow Six later? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, like, it's just one of those things. It's like, I'm kind of getting bored of Warzone. So I've been streaming a lot less because, like, I don't really want to play Warzone.
Mostly come at night. Mostly.
Dude, the king of Twitch is probably still one of those channels that get way more viewers than me, dude. I'm over here barely having a stream most of the time. Like, as long as I've been doing this, I obviously suck at it. Because, like, I should have, like, 1,000 concurrent viewers at this point. But I don't. Because my shit's boring. And I know it's boring. And it's probably going to continue to be boring. It is what it is. 200 plus viewers is not bad. But it's one of those things where it's like, as long as you've been doing it, and the fact is I used to pull almost 1,000 for like a month on Rainbow, it's like, oh, only got 200 viewers. Which 200 viewers is not terrible. There's a lot of channels out there would kill for 200 viewers. Especially on Dark Souls 2. Like, who the fuck's watching Dark Souls 2? Just you guys. Got you guys fucking trained. Here's the thing. I'm not a very ragey person outside of, like, Call of Duty or, like, very intense shooting situations. Like, shooter games. Like, I can fail at a game over and over and over again, and I won't rage hardly at all. And hardly anything ever gets me mad in real life. Putting up with I can't remember last time something got me outright mad in real life with my content. It's just that I don't play the newest, latest, and greatest. That's the main thing. Like, if I wanted to grow right now, I'd play like Tarkov or Minecraft or something like that, or Fortnite. But no, I'm playing Dark Souls because, like, I like Dark Souls. Like, Dark Souls to me, like, Dark Souls 2, this game right here, was a huge turning point in my life. Mainly because it got me into the Soul series. But the big reason I say it's a huge turning point in my life was mainly because it allowed me to control my anxiety a long time without the need of medication. And, like, it was awesome on that regard. But, like, now, every time, like, I come back to a Souls game, it's always, like, meditative. Like, Dilly Pimp, just wonder how come I'm banned now? I don't know how you got banned. I have no hard feelings with anybody on PK. Don't take the idea that I want PK to pay me 10 grand to go on the show mean I have bad feelings toward any of them. I don't. It's more of a principle thing than anything else. I don't dislike anybody on PK. Even Kyle. That's just who Kyle is. Honestly. You know what's funny about Kyle when he talks about, like, my situations? He always gets at least some idea of it wrong. Like just demonstrably wrong. Like, if, like, in a situation, like, I made a video one time where I was talking about, like, what Kyle was talking about in a video I made. And, like, I made the comment that, you know, Kyle gets stuff wrong in a situation where he can go back and double check himself. Like, if I make a YouTube video and I say something in the YouTube video, and then Kyle will say something else that I said, like he'll take, like, just for example, I'll say the wagon is red. Kyle will go in a YouTube video right now, something that you can watch over and over and over again. Kyle will go back and report it to, like, Woody and the gang, who don't keep up with me, that I said the wagon was blue. And it's like, wow, like, can you at least double check yourself before making claims to being a Wings of Redemption expert? Why did I private all my videos on YouTube? I can't really tell you why I did it, like, with all the details, but basically I got wind trolls were trying to make a video to, like, affect my real life. And they always show their hand before they finish. So, like, okay, I know you don't have this video made. Let me just take away all the content. Because, like, they pull it from my video archive. I don't make money off YouTube anymore, so I kind of just left the videos up for people to enjoy them as they see fit. But it's just another thing the trolls ruined for you guys. See, could I unprivate the podcast show? Maybe if I get around to it one day. Like, I haven't. Like, the problem with the podcast show is, like, I don't remember what I said, and there's almost 100 episodes. So, like, you get a lot of there could be stuff that trolls could, like, use against me because I said something 7 years ago. Like, you see the trolls do it all the time. They'll use stuff like when I was more Republican back in the day against me. Like, I used to be, like, for the Confederate flag, and I used to be, you know, a little bit less understanding of different cultures and things like that. But as I grew as an adult, I learned, and through learning, I changed my philosophy on a lot of things. Like, in light of new information, I changed my opinion on things. Like, right now, I'm an entirely different person than even the guy on the very last episode of PK. I've matured. Like, I feel like I matured a lot from even like 2017. I think, like, I kind of look at, like, the troll, like, kickback as a great turning point in my life, because it made me look at myself more and, like, see that I didn't like the person I was and was becoming, and made me change for a whole. Like, it got me on, like, Lexapro, which Lexapro has been a godsend. Not even with just dealing with trolls, but dealing with life in general. Like, I was so stressed out and unhappy. Like, I would cry all the time. I'd have, like, little temper tantrums with video games, mainly Call of Duty, but I will still get a temper tantrum in Call of Duty. It's just a frustrating game, and I expect more out of myself. But, like, I learned how to deal with my emotions better, and even through all that, I've slowly been turning more into what I consider a better person. My surgery and manipulation, I didn't manipulate anybody to get a surgery, and like, even though, like, it's obvious that the surgery didn't work the way I wanted it to work at this point, I don't regret doing it at all. And, like, to sit here and say, like, oh, the surgery, people are hitting me for manipulation. No, they're doing that because they've lost every other thing else to hate on me about. When I was raging at Call of Duty and getting mad at people and telling people, like, subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out, that surgery would never be brought up. If I was still doing that right now, nobody would give a shit about the surgery. It'd be on the back burner. It would be like the backup weapon. We'll use this against Wings if he ever cleans up his act. And that's 100% cold facts. Alright. I know why the surgery didn't work. You don't got to tell me why it didn't work the way I wanted it to work. Trust me. Ain't nobody in this room harder on themselves than I am. And that's not me doing Trump speak. There's a reason why, like, I was pushing myself for, like, 3 and 4 KDs in Call of Duties. It's because I always wanted to better myself. I have lost weight. I've lost 140 pounds. But my goal weight was 250, and I didn't make that. And I've gained probably 20 pounds back since then. And, like, I don't like where I'm at because I don't want to be going back up, but I am going back up, and I'm struggling to change my eating habits. And I feel like I've wasted an opportunity because of that. I wanted it to be a success story, which I still can be, but at the same time, like, I'm not in the right mindset currently to be the success story I wanted to be. Dude, I don't need tips on how to lose weight. I know how to do it. There's a difference between knowing how to do it and having the willpower to do it. And it's not me being like, oh, trying to be a butthole about your tips either. It's just, do you know drinking sugar is bad? Yes. But, you know, sometimes it's nice. It's like an addiction. The biggest problem I have is sitting in the house. Like, anytime I'm in the house, like, by myself, like, right now, is mainly when I want to eat. Get a better weapon. Like, I find if I'm busy, like if I gotta go haul a trailer or move something, I eat much, much less. Do I still talk to Yellow? Like Yellow Submarine? No, I haven't talked to him in a long time. Like, sugary drinks, I don't really drink that many. Like, people are like, oh, you drink Yoo-Hoos. I do drink Yoo-Hoos, but I usually try to limit myself to one a day. The only problem is you see, like, the one I do drink on stream. Even then, I probably should quit them. Like, the sugariest drink I drink is usually, like, the fucking Crystal Light. But there's other things, like Reese's peanut butter cups. Those I gotta cut out. And fried food. I'm a sucker for fried food. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, just cut out sugar completely. Dude. If it was that easy, nobody be fat. Just tell a crackhead, stop smoking crack. Tell a broke man, just make more money. Everybody has a vice, dude. Everybody has a vice. I just bought an elliptical. I got a Nordic Track elliptical. It's really fucking nice. So, like, I've been trying to do 30 minutes on that every day right now. So I don't have to, like, do walking anymore. I can just do the elliptical. Had to go to this fucking, like, Richie Rich neighborhood to get it, though. Like, I got it for $100. And this is like a $1,700 elliptical. And the only reason it was only $100 is they didn't have room for it and her new elliptical. Oh, dude, I had nothing problem with physical activity. Like, unless I get to the size I was, which was like 470, 480, pushing 500. Physical activity doesn't bother me. Like carrying couches and shit like that. Until YouTube, I was physical my whole life. I hunt, I fished, I had a physical-based job. I just like to fucking eat. That was the big thing. I love to fucking eat. You know, I took care of chickens. That's why I say, that's why people are like, you versus Boogie. I'm like, Boogie was like a porn administrator for most of his life. I used to run jackhammers. Like, I still have all that person in me. Here's what people don't want you to realize, right? Left wing, right wing, left wing or right wing, they're both on the same fucking bird. And that bird's too fat to fly, so all it can do is strut its stuff. Jeffrey Epstein was hooked to Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, both standing presidents of the United States. There's a ruling class in the United States, and that illusion of choice you get called voting doesn't fucking matter. Just like right now, Bernie Sanders was winning, and then all of a sudden, everybody starts voting for a guy that fucking kisses his daughter on the mouth and can barely create a full sentence. And you want me to believe this? I'm not a conspiracy theorist of any means, but that screams to me of a rigged fucking system. It's not so much about redistributing the wealth, it's that it's about I think redistributing the wealth is not the correct term that needs to be used. It's more about making the system work for everybody and not just the top of the food chain. I do give money. I give a lot of tax money every day. But I'm not the poorest of America. Do you think the current system's working? If the current system was working like it should be, why we got people in the streets setting fire to targets and throwing stuff? Why do we have a president that plays golf while people starve? That's not just a Trump thing. That's a every president thing. Like if I was president, I would never take a day off to play golf while people in my country are starving to death. People starve to death in America, dude. There's people homeless in America. There's people that freeze to death under bridges in America. Do I think it's right for unemployment to be paid higher than people working? No, I don't. But here's the thing. There should have been some sort of act that pushed forward to people that were considered essential workers to get $10 more an hour than what they make as hazard pay, paid from the federal government to companies, right? That should have been a thing. Like if you made $15 an hour, you automatically made $25 an hour because you're deemed essential and you had to work during the crisis. That should have been a thing. Unemployment should have got a bump. Should have been a $600 bump. Who knows? I'm not a stats guy. But like you de-emphasize people working when you make welfare $900, not welfare, but unemployment $900 a week. But at the same time, unemployment is a benefit that you pay for. You pay out for unemployment every time you get a check. So like you're really just getting the money that you paid into it back. Capitalism creates innovation. I mean, like, to be fair, capitalism didn't create the car. John Benz created the car. Henry Ford created the assembly line. But you gotta also understand, Henry Ford also created the Great Depression. Like, Ford was one of the main contributors to the country dipping into the Great Depression. Eli Whitney created the cotton gin. Hey, PW Dubs. Oh, I fucking love Zaxby's. My go-to order lately is you can get 3 chicken tenders and some fucking cheesy bites. That's the way to go. Food review channel. I'm sure the trolls would fucking love that. I started reviewing food. Ah! Fuck. I fucked up. Fucked up. Let's do something else. Let's see who's on the old war zone. That's actually pretty good. Lummox.